Sorry, we haven't slept yet. We had to take the ferry right over. We weren't in Paris. We came all the way from Colchester in the UK.
So you didn't sleep last night?
No, because you know the ferry, you have to get up out of the car and stay on the ferry, and it happened at like 4:30 in the morning. So to get there, we're like, well, we might as well sleep, you know, until we get there. And we got there, and I got back on the bus about 6:30, and it was already like wired, overtired, you know. Yeah.
So maybe this night, tonight you will
Tonight I'll sleep like a baby. Can't wait.
Okay, but well, the song you were talking about, how did he die?
He was over in Iraq as just a young soldier, and you know, the details are, you know, just don't need to get into as far as that, but, and you know, he was just someone who joined the Marines young as the only way he had really to take care of his family, and unfortunately a few years later, you know, he's just a pawn in another person's game, you know, and never made it home. So.
How do you feel about the war then? Is it?
I feel that no war ever has solved anything besides who is stronger. You know, it's an outdated form of an argument at this point. All it does is waste lives, money, and people's humanity. You know, but unfortunately, soldiers who sign on for, you know, a different reason to protect their families and whatnot, or just to protect their countries, get used in ways that end up beyond their control. So never hold it against anyone who's out there, because unfortunately in this world it's a reality. You need defenses, but to use them for personal gain and for personal power and for personal ego, it's just, that's when it all gets fucked up, you know.
But is the war in Iraq a defense war?
No, it's a total mess. It's just a silly idea, and it's proven that it's not working, and all it is wasting lives and money.
But were you behind it?
Never. And like I said, I'm never behind any war. Okay. You know, so.
How come
there's no reason to take another human life. Much I don't even eat animals. You know.
have you when did you start to have this feeling? I mean, not eating.
Oh, initially, you know, even from when the first signs of aggression were there, you know. But George Bush has always been an aggressive, war-based president. I mean, the country didn't even vote him in, much less myself, you know.
No, but how is the feel over in the U.S. now?
I don't think there's a very small minority who's not very well informed that maybe support it, but most people don't. And luckily, this is the end of his time. So.
But I think there was a time that people were actually afraid to speak out against him.
No, they speak out, but there's, you know, unfortunately, once someone's in that seat of power, there's only, you know, he can use things to his advantage. You know, it's unfortunate.
Okay. Well, you were saying, well, you didn't eat animals. So
yep.
When were you aware? While growing up, were your parents?
No, my parents weren't vegetarian. It was more just from discovering, you know, throughout time how, you know, just asking questions like, where did this, you know, how did this happen, and then seeing, you know, how it was done. Just I was appalled by the treatment of animals, as well as once I realized that there were alternatives where you didn't need this to survive at this point.
When did you find out? Is there one specific moment that really?
No, it was more of an evolution over time, you know. And just
but there has to be one turning point when you decided, well, I'm not going to eat animals anymore. When was that?
Yeah, I was probably about 14 years old or so. So, but I don't know what like I said, it was just, I slowly, you know, just stopped eating to the point where it was no longer a part of my life, you know.
Okay, and is it hard for you now?
Nah, it's easy. That it's not even, you know, it doesn't even feel like an option anymore at this point.
But are you a veganist, or are you?
No, I was vegan for a little while, but now I love cheese. So.
Okay, but I think it's harder to maintain a vegan.
It probably is more difficult, just especially on the road, because people forget about that as well when they make like catering or something. They're not going to think of that, you know, that through. So, but people can do it if they're committed enough to it. They'll find a way. There's a lot of bands we know that are vegan that get it done. So, but if you have that personal conviction, you're going to find a way to get it done.
Okay.